Hi, let's continue. The next is the process of excreting waste. That is example ammonia. That type of nature organisms will be called as ammonotelic. Some other will be using urea. That will be called as urotelic. Third is uric acid. Okay, that will be uricotelic. So let's make notes. The topic heading will come like eighth. Okay, that is types of excretory methods. Next, in that first one, the product, what type of product it is releasing. It can also called as a waste. Next is the process, what type of process they are following. Next is nature. Third is the nature of method. This is simple terminology. Okay. Further, next we have to go for the examples. Okay. Let's see. Now, what we are discussing first is ammonia. Okay. Let's write it here. Ammonia. Okay. Being ammonia number one. Next is, as you know, it's a urea. Okay. It can also called as urine. Next is uric acid. These are three. So the process name is ammonotelism. Ammonotelism. Okay. Next, what is nature? The nature is ammonotelic. Here we mentioned no? It's ammonotelism. Next is ammonotelic. If you go for this, it's a ammonotelic. Ammonotelic. Examples. There are three examples are there. Okay. Ammonia is readily soluble, of course. Okay. Examples are what? One, bony fishes. Next is aquatic amphibians. Next is aquatic insects. These are the three examples were given. Right here. How to write? One. What is the first one? Bony fishes. Okay. Especially they are called osteochaetes. That you have to remember. Second is what? Aquatic amphibians. Third, similar, aquatic insects. So here we have three examples. In the same way, next we will have three examples. Okay, we'll see examples later for that. Here some other extra information was given, like special properties. What are the properties? These three examples completed. Next, someone is readily soluble. This is one property, and because of soluble, it will diffuse easily. Okay, whatever ammonia released from the body, all the cells, it will diffuse into the body surface. Okay, across the one body surface, directly from the organs, cells to the organs, tissues, organ to the outside body surface, or to the gill surfaces in the fish as a ammonia ions. So this thing you have to remember. So if you write here as a special point, fifth one you can consider as a properties. Okay, next is that in that excreted by diffusion. Okay. Next is, let's see what are the products. One, it's a soluble. Second, so because of soluble, it can be readily diffused into body surface or by the or gills. one, it is by body. Second is by gills. Gills in the case of fish. Okay. Body in the case of animals. Animals, everything becomes animals, like amphibians. So these are 2 points that he mentioned. That is diffusion by process of body surface, and next kidneys plays no significant role. Kidneys do not play any significant role in this removal. Okay, there is no role of kidneys. That you have to highlight here. That will write as a extra point as a conclusion. 6th point, conclusion. Kidneys, no role. So with this we completed. Next is adaptation. Terrestrial adaptation necessitated the production of lesser toxic nitrogen waste like urea, uric acid for conservation of the water. Okay, to save the water, they have modified from this type of organisms into evolved, into futuristic. Okay, so in the evolution, so they are started conserving water. So you can make it as a point, adaptation. Okay, no conservation of water, because they have plenty of water, so for them no need to save the water, they'll utilize well. Now the next topic comes here. It's completed. So the mammals, first example, mammals and terrestrial amphibians and marine fishes. Okay, they will excrete urea and are called uricotelic. So here we have to write uricotelic. So ureotelic. So it's a ureotelism. Okay. So this type of nature is what? Ureotelic. So small confusion should be there. Ureotelic and uricotelic. Okay. If you want, we can write later. Next, first example is what? Mammals. Here we have seen first example is mammals, second amphibians, third marine fishes. So 3 will go here. One is mammals, because they have access of water, that's why they can use this water and they can store little amount of water to flush it off. Second is what? Amphibian. Which amphibian? Land amphibians, terrestrial amphibians. Next, third, which type of fishes? It's a marine fishes. Why? Because already the outside of the marine fishes is full of salts, so they can't diffuse these salts ions into the outside, so that's why they'll use water to flush it off. So remember a small trick. So these are 3 examples. Okay, next, any extra points? How the ammonia produced by metabolism is converted into urea, where? In the liver of these animals. Then it is released into the blood. Then it will be removed up to the kidneys. With the help of kidneys it will remove. So we make a point here. Okay. What is the point here? Liver converts ammonia into urea, then given to the blood, then it to the blood to the kidneys. This is the process, you should remember it. Okay, that's it. The topic ends here. Some to here, and next one more topic also there. Here one more. Some amount of the urea will present in the body. Okay, that soon we'll understand. That is, some amount of urea may be retained that persists in the kidney matrix in the medulla. Some of these animals, some of these animals to maintain the desired osmolarity, as we discussed in the earlier class, to maintain osmolarity. If everything is removed, it's that not easy to flush it off. So some amount of urea should be there. Otherwise, while going out, it will come back into the center part of the kidney rather than flushing out to the tubules. So that's why to over it or make it to happen, it should have some amount of urea in the body. So that is what you have to write. Persisting urea persists. Why? For osmolarity. It is no conservation of water here. For conservation of water, already he said no conservation of water. Third, reptiles, birds, land snails and insects. First example, reptiles, birds, land snails, insects, land insects, totally 4. So here this is same way, it's a eurycotelism. So nature is eurycotelic. First one, reptiles, lizards examples. Birds, all apes. Third, land snails means terrestrial snails. Okay. Fourth, insects. Which insects? Land insects. It's terrestrial insects. General insects, of course, should remember here. Amphibians, amphibians. Insects, insects. So this clarity you should have. Aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects. Like spider you can think. Okay, general spiders will be floating in the water. They will present near the water. Amphibians, bony fishes. Mammals, including humans. Cows, buffaloes. Amphibians, frogs, salamanders. Marine fishes, especially. Next is these reptiles, birds, terrestrial snails, terrestrial insects. So 3 examples, 4 examples. So this you have to make into a box. So that is a method to remember how many examples were given for which category. So with this you can easily remember the number of examples also. Next is properties. Any extra properties, that is nitrogen waste as a uric acid in the form of pellet, uric acid. Method, pellets or paste. You might have seen that lizard, it's a paste, and birds pellets. Okay, with the help of minimum loss of water and are called uricotelic. So here point comes, that is pellets or paste. Same for conservation of water. So this is the notes for this paragraph. So you have to understand aminotelic. This is the highlighting. Urotelic, uricotelic. Three topics, 3 examples, 4 examples, and some extra concepts. So here you remember this is soluble. because here everything is soluble, but the method is easily diffusible. So body can release or gills can release. Here that same ammonia will be converted into urea. Ammonia converted into urea, where especially in the liver. So that's why you should remember liver part. Next is the last birds. They will release in the form of pellet and paste. So these are the two things that you should remember. So with this concept we will conclude.